We'll start with periodic table lecture 7. Let us continue with ionization energy. Ionization energy continued. Okay. For many atoms, we can remove more than one electron to form monovalent, divalent, trivalent ions, etc. In such cases, we number the ionization energies as ionization energy 1, ionization energy 2, ionization energy 3, etc. The energy required to remove the second electron is called the ionization energy 2. Energy required to remove the third electron is the ionization energy 3, and so on. So ionization energy or the first ionization energy is equal to the energy required to remove the first electron. Ionization energy 2 is the energy required to remove the second electron. Ionization energy 3 is the energy required to remove the third electron, and so on. Okay. So total energy required to form a trivalent cation will be equal to the sum of first three ionization energies. यहाँ पे हम लिखेंगे the total energy required to remove the first three electrons will be sum of first three ionization energies. Similarly, we can write total energy required to remove two electrons will be IE1 plus IE2. Total energy required to remove three electrons will be IE1 plus IE2 plus IE3, and so on. Clear है ये? आ रहा है समझ में? An important point here is we can say that IE2 of X is equal to ionization energy of X plus I2 of X, second ionization energy of X, is the energy required to remove second electron from X. That means energy required to remove an electron from X plus. So we can say that IE2 of X is equal to IE of X plus. And similarly, we can write IE3 of X is equal to IE of X2 plus, or is equal to IE2 of X plus. आ रहा है समझ में ये पॉइंट? Third ionization energy of X is same as second ionization energy of X plus is same as first ionization energy of X2 plus. Another important point here is as we remove electron, as we remove an electron, the Z effective increases, ionization energy increases. So as we keep on removing electrons, the ionization energies will keep on increasing. Therefore, IE1 is always less than IE2, is always less than IE3, is always less than IE4, and so on. This is always true. Clear है ये? Is this clear to everyone? What will be the unit of ionization energy? Most commonly used units are kilojoules per mole or kilocalories per mole, or sometimes we also use electron volts per atom. We write values of ionization energies in kilojoules per mole or kilocalories per mole or electron volt per atom. इनके बीच का इंटर कन्वर्शन बताया मैंने, याद है रिलेशन? The relation is 1 electron volt per atom is approximately 96.5 kilojoules per mole, is approximately 23.06 kilocalories per mole. और सिंपली 23 किलो कैलोरीज पर मोल, अप्रोक्सीमेटली 23 लिख लो। ये प्रीवियस पेज देख लो जल्दी से। पेज टर्न करूं? Ionization energy is sometimes also called ionization potential. Although literal meaning is different, but they are used as interchangeable terms. So IP is many times used instead of IE. The exact definition is slightly different. जो हमने atomic structure में किया था, ionization potential refers to the potential that must be applied to remove an electron. ठीक है? But numerical value of IP and IE are equal if they are in electron volts. Therefore, IP is sometimes used instead of IE. IE की जगह कभी-कभी IP भी use करते हैं. ठीक है? But more appropriate term is ionization energy. Ionization energy is the more appropriate term. ठीक है? Clear है ये? Now one by one, we'll first discuss the factors affecting ionization energy, then trends in ionization energy, and then exceptions. So let us first start with factors affecting ionization energy. एक मिनट रुकना। फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी, इसमें फर्स्ट पॉइंट लिखो, आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी प्रोपोर्शनल टू जेड इफेक्टिव। इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज ज्यादा होगा तो आउटर मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन का न्यूक्लियस की तरफ अट्रैक्शन ज्यादा होगा। न्यूक्लियस की तरफ अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन ज्यादा स्ट्रांगली अट्रैक्टेड है तो उस इलेक्ट्रॉन को निकालना डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा। ठीक है, आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज। सेकेंड पॉइंट, आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू साइज। जैसे जैसे साइज बढ़ेगा आउटर मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन का न्यूक्लियस से डिस्टेंस बढ़ेगा, आउटर मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन का न्यूक्लियस से डिस्टेंस बढ़ेगा तो अट्रैक्शन फॉर द आउटर मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन विल डिक्रीज एज द साइज इंक्रीजेस। ठीक है, द डिस्टेंस ऑफ outermost electron from the nucleus decreases as the distance of outermost electron from the nucleus decreases, the attraction force for the electron decreases, ionization energy decreases. Clear है? These are the two main factors. Apart from these two factors there are two more factors, दो और factors हैं इसमें। थर्ड पॉइंट लिखो, penetration effect। We talk about something called as penetrating power. Penetrating power is a measure of the probability of finding an electron closer to the nucleus. More penetrating power means the electron is closer to the nucleus. There is a greater chance of finding electron closer to the nucleus. So it is a measure of probability of finding electron closer to the nucleus. So ns subshell electron, ns orbital electron has a higher chance of higher probability of finding there's a higher probability of finding an s orbital electron closer to the nucleus than a p orbital electron, then a d orbital electron, then an f orbital electron. Okay, if the electron is closer to the nucleus, that means it is attracted more strongly by the nucleus. If it is attracted more strongly by the nucleus, it is more difficult to remove that electron. Okay, so we say that ionization energy will be more for an electron whose penetrating power is more. So ionization energy is proportional to penetrating power. Okay, so greater is the probability of finding electron closer to the nucleus. That means it is more strongly attracted by the nucleus. That means it requires more energy to remove that electron. The ionization energy is proportional to penetrating power. This factor is applicable generally in consecutive elements when the Z effective and sizes are very comparable. This factor is applicable normally in consecutive elements. This factor is normally applicable. This factor is normally applicable generally applicable in consecutive elements where Z effective and size are comparable. Examples कराऊंगा मैं, ये नोट कर लो, मैं एग्जांपल्स कराता हूँ, ठीक है? पहले ये पॉइंट्स नोट कर लो, फिर मैं एग्जांपल्स कराऊंगा. टर्न करूं पेज? Another important factor is stability of electronic configuration. इसमें स्टेटमेंट लिखो, मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ. Atoms with fully filled and half filled subshells have extra stable electronic configurations and have higher ionization energies than expected. Have higher ionization energies than expected. Generally, atoms with fully filled and half filled outermost subshell, fully filled and half filled outermost subshell have extra stable electronic configuration and have higher ionization energies than expected. ठीक है? Now we'll first write the trends in ionization energy. The trends are explained mainly by the first two factors, and the exceptions are mainly explained by the second two factors. And some exceptions can be explained by the second two factors. Let us now discuss the exceptions, trends and exceptions, which we can consider as an example of these factors. Okay, trends are explained by the first two factors and some exceptions can be explained by the next two factors. सबसे पहले देखो ट्रेंड्स इन आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी. इसमें फर्स्ट पॉइंट लिखेंगे, इट शुड इंक्रीज फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राइट इन अ पीरियड. It increases from left to right in a period. Why? From left to right, Z effective increases, effective nuclear charge increases, size becomes almost, size decreases. Effective nuclear charge increases, size decreases, so ionization energy increases. Ionization energy increases from left to right in a period. And the second point will write, ionization energy decreases from top to bottom in a group. Why? From top to bottom in a group, as size increases, the Z effective remains more or less safe. The value of ionization energy should decrease down the group. Okay, so from top to bottom in a group, it decreases. From left to right in a period, it increases. Now we'll discuss some exceptions in ionization energy. आ रहा है समझ में? इसमें फर्स्ट पॉइंट लिखेंगे, in every period there are some irregularities in variation of ionization energy. Which can be explained by penetration and by stability of electronic configuration. So there are some exceptions which can be explained by the penetration effect and by the stability of electronic configuration. ठीक है, ये जल्दी से नोट कर लो. ये एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ. फर्स्ट एक्सेप्शन इंपॉर्टेंट एक्सेप्शन है. वेरिएशन ऑफ आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी इन अ पीरियड इज इरेगुलर. लेट अस कंसिडर द सेकंड पीरियड एलिमेंट्स. Let us consider the second period elements: lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. Let us write their outermost subshell electronic configurations. Configuration S1, S2, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, and P6. Let us mark the atoms with stable electronic configurations, half-filled and fully filled subshell. Nitrogen has a half-filled subshell, neon has a fully filled subshell. Even S1 and S2 can be considered as half-filled and fully filled. ठीक है. तो S1 के बाद तो S2 ही आ रहा है. तो S1 to S2 there is no exception, but S2 में exception आता है. ठीक है. So beryllium will have higher ionization energy than expected. Nitrogen has higher ionization energy than expected. Neon also has higher ionization than expected. It is found that ionization energies of these elements is higher than the next element in the periodic table. Ionization energy of atoms with stable electronic configurations. ठीक है. इसमें stable electronic configurations में generally we check for the S2 or P3 or P6 or D5 or D10 or F7 or F14. Generally we look for these configurations. S1 इसलिए नहीं चेक करते क्योंकि S1 और S2 में definitely S2 will have higher ionization energy. तो S1 to S2 there is no exception. ठीक है. S1 S2 consecutive आएगा और consecutive है S1 से ज्यादा ionization energy S2 की आएगी क्योंकि S2 खुद एक बहुत stable configuration है. ठीक है. Other than that, elements with half-filled and fully filled subshells will have higher ionization energies than expected. Their ionization energy is more than the next element in the periodic table. Okay. So we have ionization energy of beryllium greater than boron, but less than carbon, and ionization energy of nitrogen greater than oxygen, but less than fluorine. Okay. Beryllium to boron हम ऐसे भी explain कर सकते हैं. Ionization energy of beryllium is greater than boron. This can be explained also by greater penetration of the s electron than the p electron, also because of one reason is stability of the S2 configuration, and the reason is the greater penetration of s electron than the p electron. One important point to note here is beryllium and carbon. If we compare, although beryllium has an s electron, carbon has a p electron, beryllium और carbon में हम penetration का effect नहीं check करेंगे. Why will not check the penetration effect? क्योंकि beryllium to carbon, ठीक है, Z effective nuclear charge में significant increase आएगा, size में significant decrease आएगा. Normally consecutive elements में हम ये factor check करते हैं. ठीक है. तो ये exceptions ध्यान में रखना. तो overall order क्या आ जाएगा? Order of ionization energy in second period elements. पहले lithium, फिर boron, फिर beryllium, फिर कार्बन. कार्बन के बाद नाइट्रोजन आना चाहिए लेकिन पहले ऑक्सीजन आएगा, फिर नाइट्रोजन एंड देन फ्लोरीन. अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट? आ रहा है समझ में? Similarly, we can compare between the third period elements. Similar explanation is valid for variation of ionization energy in the third period elements. यहाँ पे भी हम सिमिलर ट्रेंड्स लिख सकते हैं, कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस लिखेंगे। कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस आर S1, S2, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 and P6। ठीक है। Magnesium, phosphorus, argon will have the stable electronic configurations. Magnesium greater ionization energy than aluminium, phosphorus greater ionization energy than sulfur। तो ओवरऑल ऑर्डर क्या आ जाएगा? Sodium, then aluminium, then magnesium, then silicon, then sulfur, then phosphorus, then chlorine, then argon। क्लियर है ये? आ रहा है समझ में? अंश, सार्थक, विरोक? आन्या? एक्सेप्शन में सेकंड पॉइंट, ionization energy of group 13 is lower than ionization energy of group 12। ग्रुप 13 एंड ग्रुप 12। ठीक है, ऐसे एक्सपेक्टेड क्या है, लेफ्ट टू राइट, ग्रुप 12 टू ग्रुप 13 आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी शुड इंक्रीज। जैसे मैं हाईलाइट कर देता हूँ कौन कौन से एलिमेंट्स की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं। जिंक, कैडमियम, मर्क्यूरी, दीज आर ग्रुप 12 एलिमेंट्स। ठीक है, यहाँ पे ग्रुप 13 में करस्पॉन्डिंग एलिमेंट्स आ जाएंगे गैलियम, एक सेकेंड रुकना, जिंक, कैडमियम, मर्क्यूरी, और यहाँ आ जाएगा गैलियम, इंडियम, थैलियम। ठीक है, इनके कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस अगर लिखेंगे आउटर मोस्ट सबशेल के, तो these have D10S2 configuration and this will have a P1 configuration, because again this is because of extra stable electronic configuration. They have extra stable electronic configurations and also because of greater penetration of the s electron, which makes the group 12 elements, okay, these are the group 12 elements। एक सेकंड रुकना, ये ग्रुप 12 हो गया, ये ग्रुप 13 हो गया। ठीक है, ग्रुप 12 का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, एक सेकंड, दिस इज ये D10S2, ये P1। ठीक है, तो वी कैन से दैट group 12 has extra stable electronic configuration and greater penetration of s electron, which results in higher ionization energy for group 12 elements than for group 13 elements। ठीक है, क्लियर है ये? अंडरस्टूड? Group 12 has extra stable electronic configuration, extra stable D10S2 configuration, and a greater penetration of s electron, which results in higher ionization energy of group 12 elements than the group 13 element. So zinc has higher ionization energy than gallium, cadmium has higher ionization energy than indium, mercury has higher ionization energy than thallium. ठीक है, टर्न करूं पेज? नेक्स्ट देखो, थर्ड एक्सेप्शन, ionization energy of gallium is greater than ionization energy of aluminium. In fact, they are very close. Sometimes it is also written as ionization energy of gallium is approximately equal to ionization energy of aluminium. Values देखेंगे kilojoules per mole में, it is 579 kilojoules per mole, and that of aluminium is 577 kilojoules per mole. Their ionization energies are very close. Gallium is in fact slightly more than that of aluminium. The reason is greater Z effective and smaller size of gallium than aluminium. ठीक है, याद करो हमने एटॉमिक साइज में भी ये एक्सेप्शन किया था. ठीक है, एक्सपेक्टेडली, ठीक है, एल्यूमिनियम और गैलियम दोनों सेम ग्रुप के एलिमेंट्स हैं. एल्यूमिनियम टू गैलियम साइज बढ़ना चाहिए, और साइज बढ़ेगा तो आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी कम होगी, बट गैलियम इज इनफैक्ट स्मॉलर. slightly smaller than aluminium और गैलियम का इफेक्टिव न्यूक्लियर चार्ज भी ज्यादा, दिस रिजल्ट्स इन, ठीक है, greater ionization energy than expected for gallium. Therefore ionization energy of gallium is found to be more than that of aluminium. आ रहा है समझ में ये पॉइंट? This is also attributed to the d orbital contraction. The d orbital contraction, the poor shielding of d electrons results in greater effective nuclear charge, smaller size, which results in higher ionization energy for gallium. क्लियर है ये पॉइंट? Another major exception, fourth point, ionization energy of 5D elements is greater than ionization energy of 4D elements. This is valid from group 4 to group 12. Expected, ये the 4D and 5D elements मैंने लिखाया था, ठीक है, the 4D and 5D elements, this is scandium, yttrium, lanthanum, these are the 3D elements, then 4D and then 5D, group 3, group 4 up to group 12. Copper, silver, gold, zinc, cadmium, mercury. ग्रुप 3 में कोई एक्सेप्शन नहीं है. ग्रुप 3 में, ठीक है, आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी ऑर्डर इज रेगुलर फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम, आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी डिक्रीजेस, ठीक है. तो ग्रुप 3 नो एक्सेप्शन. Ionization energy of scandium greater than yttrium, greater than lanthanum. Group 4 exception, ionization energy of 3D और 4D compare करेंगे तो top to bottom ionization energy should decrease. तो ionization energy of 3D should be greater than 4D. ठीक है. तो टाइटेनियम और जिरकोनियम कंपेयर करेंगे. टाइटेनियम हैज अ लोअर आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी, zirconium has a lower ionization energy than titanium, but between zirconium and hafnium the 5D will have greater ionization energy than zirconium. This is the exception. Similarly group 11 में, group 12 में हम similarly order लिख सकते हैं. Copper silver में copper greater than silver, but silver gold में gold greater than silver, और similarly group 12 में भी. So this is the exception. Zinc greater than cadmium, cadmium less than mercury. ठीक है. The reason is same as that we had discussed in atomic sizes. याद करो atomic size में क्या discuss किया था हमने? Radius of 4D is approximately equal to radius of 5D, and 5D elements have higher effective nuclear charge, ठीक है, due to poor shielding of f electrons, ठीक है, due to which more nuclear charge, size almost same, effective nuclear charge more, will result in higher ionization energy. ठीक है. तो write this explanation, ये note कर लो पहले. नेक्स्ट देखो, we'll write the reason for this. Poor shielding of F electrons results in greater Z effective of 5D elements. Also, radius of 4D approximately equal to radius of 5D because of lanthanide contraction. Which in fact is because of the poor shielding or greater effective nuclear charge. Effectively, ये first point sufficient explain करने के लिए greater Z effective of 5D due to poor shielding of F electrons due to lanthanide contraction. ठीक है. Therefore, ionization energy of 5D is greater than ionization energy of 4D. ठीक है. तो poor shielding results in more nuclear charge, stronger attraction for electrons. That means higher ionization energy. Clear है ये? कुछ एग्जांपल्स करते हैं. Compare IE1 and IE2 in each of the following. ठीक है. पहला देखो सोडियम मैग्नीशियम, दूसरा देखो बेरिलियम बोरोन, तीसरा जिंक कॉपर. मैं एक करके बताता हूँ. ठीक है. हाउ टू कंपेयर IE1 एज वेल एज IE2 इन दीज एलिमेंट्स. ठीक है. सॉल्यूशन फर्स्ट वाला करता हूँ. सोडियम और मैग्नीशियम का फर्स्ट आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी कंपेयर करना है. मतलब इन एटम से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन रिमूव करने के लिए कितनी एनर्जी लगेगी वो कंपेयर करनी है. ठीक है. सोडियम का अगर कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखेंगे, सोडियम हैज neon 3s1 configuration, magnesium has neon 3s2 configuration. So from s1 to s2 there is no exception. ठीक है. तो ionization energy of sodium is less than that of magnesium. So this is the ionization energy order or the first ionization energy of sodium and magnesium. Now to compare the second ionization energy. ठीक है. second ionization energy यानी second electron remove करने के लिए कितनी energy चाहिए. So we have to check for the electronic configurations of Na plus and Mg plus. एक second रुकना. Comparing the ionization energies of Na plus and Mg plus. So we'll write the configurations of Na plus and Mg plus. Na plus का configuration लिखेंगे. It has a neon configuration, fully filled subshells. ठीक है. Stable, very stable electronic configuration. और Mg का neon and 3s1 So stable electronic configuration will have higher ionization energies. If we compare IE2 of sodium will be greater than IE2 of magnesium. आया समझ में? Although for the first ionization energy, sodium is less than magnesium. For the second ionization energy, sodium will be greater than magnesium. ठीक है? Na plus की ionization energy काफी ज़्यादा आएगी. Because Na plus has a noble gas configuration, it is very, very difficult to remove an electron from Na plus. Okay, understood everyone? Next देखो. बेरिलियम एंड नेक्स्ट क्या बोला था? बोरोन. सॉरी, बेरिलियम एंड मैग्नीशियम नहीं, बेरिलियम एंड बोरोन. तो बेरिलियम का कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखेंगे. इट इज S2, बोरोन इज S2P1. ठीक है? तो फ्रॉम बेरिलियम टू बोरोन देयर इज एन एक्सेप्शन. बेरिलियम हैज अ स्टेबल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. We'll say that beryllium's ionization energy will be more than that of boron. Ionization energy of beryllium is more than that of boron. तो IE1 का order क्या आ जाएगा? Beryllium greater than boron. For IE2, we'll compare the electronic configuration of their ions. Let us write the electronic configuration of their ions. Beryllium plus, boron plus. Beryllium plus will be S1, boron plus will be S2. From S1 to S2, there is no exception. So ionization energy 2 का order, beryllium less than boron. So in the first ionization energy, beryllium is greater than boron. In the second ionization energy, beryllium is less than boron. आ रहा है समझ में? नेक्स्ट वाला ट्राई करो, कॉपर एंड जिंक. कॉपर और जिंक देखो, we'll write their electronic configurations. Copper is D10S1, this is D10S2. S1S2 there is no exception. So from copper to zinc there is no exception. So order of first ionization energy, zinc is greater than copper. For the second ionization energy, we'll write copper plus and Zn plus. It's the copper plus which will have a stable D10 configuration. It will be difficult to remove an electron from stable D10 configuration. So IE2 में आ जाएगा order copper greater than zinc. It has been found that for the sum of first two ionization energies, zinc is greater than copper. The net sum of the first two ionization energies is zinc greater than copper. ठीक है, एक सेकंड रुकना। आ रहा है समझ में ये? अच्छा, ये वाला पॉइंट हम एक्सपेरिमेंटल है, ये वाला पॉइंट हम लॉजिकली नहीं बोल सकते, बट इन जनरल बोल सकते हैं लेफ्ट टू राइट द वैल्यूज विल बी मोर। एक्चुअली काफी क्लोज वैल्यूज हैं। नहीं, कॉपर का ही ज्यादा है। एक सेकंड रुको, मुझे बताने दो, चेक करके बताने दो। कॉपर के लिए वैल्यूज हैं, फर्स्ट आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी के वैल्यूज हैं 745 और सेकेंड आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी का वैल्यू है 1958। जिंक की वैल्यूज है 1734 और 906। ये वैल्यूज ऐड करके वो देख लेता हूँ मैं एक बार, रुको। कॉपर के लिए आ गया 2703 और जिंक के लिए कम ही आ रहा है ना। 2640, उल्टा लिख दिया मैंने, सॉरी। जिंक के लिए दिस इज 2640। दिस पार्ट इज एक्सपेरिमेंटल, इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू प्रेडिक्ट लॉजिकली। I1 प्लस I2 का वैल्यू किसके लिए ज्यादा होगा, थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है प्रेडिक्ट करना। ठीक है, क्लियर है ये? इसको मैं एक सेकंड रुकना, इसको लिख लो, कॉपर लेस देन जिंक। कॉपर की वैल्यू, ये वैल्यूज मैं एनसीईआरटी से लिखा रहा हूँ, तो दे मे बी स्लाइटली डिफरेंट वैल्यूज इन सम अदर बुक्स, but will follow the data given in the NCERT. These are values of ionization energies in kilojoules per mole. Run करूं? एक क्वेश्चन खुद से ट्राई करो। Compare the IE2 values for carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine. Compare the IE2 values for carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine. खुद से try करो 2 मिनट. आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी 2 कंपेयर करना है. इन सब के कैटायन का कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखेंगे. C+, N+, O+, F+. We'll write the configuration of their monovalent ions. ठीक है. C+ का होगा S2 and P1. कार्बन होता है P2, C+ will be P1. नाइट्रोजन होता है P3, N+ will be P2. Oxygen plus will be P3 and fluorine plus will be P4. Now the stable electronic configuration is O+. So O+ will have higher ionization energy than F+. The order of ionization energies will be carbon plus less than nitrogen plus less than F plus less than O plus. Or we can write IE2 order as C less than N less than F less than O. Clear है ये? Is this understood? एक छोटा सा एप्लीकेशन देख लो आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी का. Using ionization energy values to predict the number of valence electrons. Using the values of successive ionization energies. Successive ionization energies I1, I2, I3, etc. of an element to predict the number of valence electrons present. We can use the values of successive ionization energies of an element to predict the number of valence electrons present. If a substance has only one valence electron, so after removal of first electron, we get a noble gas configuration. And for a noble gas configuration, removal of the next electron will become very, very difficult. So whenever there is a very, very large difference between the first and second ionization energy, we say that the atom has only one valence electron. And similarly, when there is a large difference between third and second ionization energies, not that much difference between second and first, then we say that the molecule or the atom has two valence electrons, and so on. When the third ionization energy is much greater than the second ionization energy, when the fourth ionization energy is much greater than the third ionization energy, which is somewhat greater than 2, is somewhat greater than 1, then we say that the atom has 3 valence electrons, and so on. This is how we'll predict the number of valence electrons in an atom. Clear है ये point? होमवर्क लिख लो, 1 मिनट रुकना, होमवर्क बता देता हूं मैं. FBO up to 37. होमवर्क लिख लो. पीरियोडिक के बुकलेट से फाउंडेशन बिल्डर ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन नंबर्स 1 to 37 अप टू 37, क्योंकि उसके पहले हमने कुछ क्वेश्चंस कर लिए हैं. And foundation builders objective question number 11 to 17 except question number 15. फिफ्टींथ क्वेश्चन इलेक्ट्रॉन एफिनिटी करने के बाद करेंगे. ठीक है, क्लियर है ये? चलो आज के लिए इतना ही करते हैं. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में विल डू इलेक्ट्रॉन एफिनिटी एंड इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी. चलो, थैंक यू एवरीवन. आई थिंक 2 more lectures. Yeah, take care, have a good day. Bye.